Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Interstellar object, third eye at last, shows unexpected dust behavior. Avi Loeb estimates that 3i Atlas is shedding 10 micron dust particles, releasing about 10 million kilograms of dust in a month. The dust to gas ratio matches interstellar values, suggesting the object may have originated in a molecular cloud, according to unsolved mysteries around its nature. Again, there's so much going on right now with disclosure, the erratic behavior of 3i Atlas. And again, many people have remote viewed for themselves 3i Atlas. And of the ones that remote viewed it seems like almost everybody agrees it is a consciousness and it has a mission.
It definitely has a mission, and this speaks so loudly to the changing times that we're in right now. I mean, this is a really big deal right now with this thing.
When you look to the age of discovery and the age of disclosure that's well underway, again, this movie just simply one firsthand account after another, details of reverse engineering, of interactions between our world's governments and non-human beings. Don't forget, we had former Israeli space chief saying the governments are in contact with the Galactic Federation. This goes back to 2020 interview with Haim Eshed that just came out and verified the fact that there is a Galactic Federation. However, I wouldn't trust any of our government officials when it comes to who is who. I do think, yes, we know there's a Galactic Federation. There wouldn't be an Earth without a Galactic Federation. Because, again, what that really is a group of non-terrestrial consciousnesses that came and brought about the restoration of the remnant of planet Tiamat, which was destroyed in this intergalactic, interdimensional war that's been ongoing. Again, when you look to Star Wars and they talk about a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, they are disclosing our origins and kind of how we got here, so to speak. Anakin, obviously a reference to Anunnaki and the Anakim of the Bible. Again, look to the Sumerian stories to find a lot of the origins of the Bible, but the Sumerian stories themselves are written by the victors. Again, this planet has gone through a lot of turmoil. You have time after time, AATIP released 1,500 pages of UFO-related documents via the Freedom of Information Act. Oh, there's been so many releases, so many officials that have come out and spoken openly about this. And then we got amazing clarity on classic saucers like this one. This is in Colombia. Of course, then we got the Boogosphere as well. I mean, you got sightings everywhere. We had that mass hysteria with drones, UAPs going on. They say that a scan of the Boogosphere, which came from Colombia, by the way, shows that its internal structure seems to be very advanced and an anti-gravity engine that we just don't understand. It's not our technology. They're still studying it to this day. And then you have actual DNA from these bodies. They are bodies. They were alive at some point in time. And they're not human. In fact, again, this one, the skull's thickness is twice as thick as an average human. And yet you'll have scientists that try to talk about cranial deformation, but it doesn't explain the difference in volume, the different number of plates that these skulls have, and also the fact that there's DNA that's just simply unidentified. In fact, you're looking at a reptilian humanoid hybrid with this picture. And this happens to be from the same area that we have those Paracas skulls, of which some could be just simple cranial deformation due to mimic the beings that were walking among them that were not like us. In fact, they had advanced technology, they had advanced understanding of how the universe works, and they were viewed as gods, and that they had a superior knowledge as to how the universe works. This is again from Paracas, Venezuela, Paracas, South America, and Peru. When you look to it, there's so much out there that's just overwhelming us right now with details. And I think a lot of people just, they're either, gobbling it all up, or they're trying to push it all away because their paradigm of how the universe does work in reality, how it is, is just being blown to smithereens. Then you have this. There's people living in the moon. There are multiple moon bases. An army whistleblower just alleged that he visited a secret civilization on the moon. As we get our little notifications, he said they travel in egg-shaped UFOs, and then he flew in one himself. He actually alleged the deep state has a Stargate technology that can teleport people and spaceships. His name is Jorge Pabon. And by the way, again, he says he was on one of these crafts, and he did pass out. And he also talks about how do we get back and forth to the moon. And he talks about these triangular ships that we've seen, like the TR-3Bs, which we've seen multiple times going back and forth from Earth to the moon. And again, there's even the references in different cultures, whether we're talking off the Italian peninsula or if we're talking from Africa or South America or Australia, that know that there was a time when the moon wasn't there, that the moon was brought in. And this is him, by the way, being interviewed by Redacted. The moon was brought in by these gods, usually being described also as reptilian in nature, and put in place. And that goes back to the Younger Dryas period. So, again, when you look at this, disclosure is just kind of overwhelming some people at this point in time. And others, it couldn't come quick enough. When you look to India, we see these depictions, again, 10,000 years old, of obviously, what we might say are extraterrestrials, beings coming. And again, that classic saucer shape we just saw when we started this video, clearly depicted, and the interactions between humans and beings that come from the stars, the sky. This is something every single culture has. And also in Paracas, we have this geoglyph of a curious looking being, and when you color it in, this is literally what it looks like. It looks like this guy might have been a little tipsy. I don't know if he's collecting heads or what.
I don't know. Maybe he's having a water balloon fight. I don't know.
If you really don't believe that there's life out there, it's just simply because of societal conditioning, indoctrination, and it's time to shake all the cobwebs free. It's time to come to the understanding that we're not alone. We've never been alone. In fact, again, everything that you see here on Earth was brought here from elsewhere for the most part, or at least its ancestry was brought here from elsewhere.
Could you imagine how big a moose would have been on Tiamat?
Oh, wow. That would have been amazing. As always, guys, we look forward to your comments. Thanks for your support. Make sure that you're subscribed to all 3 channels on YouTube: Evolutionary Energy Arts, EEARTS, and Heart's Home. And again, we have exclusives that go up for YouTube members and Patreons. We couldn't do it without you guys. Much love, source bless, and namaste.
Namaste.